visit the local religious establishments to make sure that the shepherds of my flock are taking good care of the spiritual health and well-being of all here. I am certain that I shall find nothing but good tales of honest and diligent labourers, working hard to safeguard the souls of the people of this fair community. However, word has reached me that there have been certain offences committed and alleged to have been committed, both by and against members of my religious community. Therefore, we shall bring forward the accused. In the name and in the sight of God, justice shall be done unto them. Under Sheriff, bring forth the first case.
Thank you, Your Grace. Bailiff, the first case concerns a group of men who have been accused of playing football on Easter Sunday.
That is a very serious offence, Under Sheriff.
I know, my lord. Your Grace.
Bring them in. Fine. Take that man's hat off when he's in the house of God. For God's sake. Football, you say? Aye, I know this game well. Destructive and violent. Mobs of angry peasants who should be diligently at their work, wreaking havoc across the countryside, rampaging, destroying the goods of others, trampling the crops, breaking down mills. Tell me, did you even bother with a ball this time?
I don't think they know what a ball is, Your Grace.
No, I know exactly what this is. This is violence and mob behaviour, and it will not be tolerated, less still upon the holiest day of the year. Silence! The very day which Christ rose from his grave to redeem the sins of a sinful mankind, you chose to profane with violence and destruction. Tell me, which villages were part of this spectacle?
Your Grace, I believe the villages concerned were Scarborough and Grimsby.
Scarborough and Grimsby, eh? Well, very well. I think there is a very appropriate punishment that may be levelled upon these men from their destruction. There may be some of you from their villages. Let me tell you what I shall do. These two, who are from Scarborough, they shall be taken and put in the pillory in Grimsby. And he, the one from Grimsby, shall be put in the pillory in Scarborough. If the game was, as you say, nothing but a bit of innocent fun, then surely the local people will be generous and tolerant of you, won't they? And you shall survive this incident with nothing more than bruised pride. If, however, as I suspect, this alleged game of football was nothing more than a violent rampage, those whose property you destroyed may have the chance for a little payback of their own. Justice has been done in the eyes of the Lord. Bailiff, get rid of them.
Your Grace, they'll kill us.
Get him out. Bring forth the next.
Well, Your Grace, the next case concerns a man accused of stealing a pig.
Stealing a pig?
I know, Your Grace, however, he has claimed benefit of clergy.
He's claimed benefit of clergy.
In somewhat dubious circumstances, I must say.
Bring him in. Bailiff. So, you do not deny the trial of stealing a pig? Speak up when you talk to me! But you claim to be a priest. And I take it that you understand that as a priest, you will be treated somewhat more leniently than if one of these good people had been caught committing a similar crime. Yes, yes. I suspect I know what's going on here. This man who claims to be a priest, who engages in petty theft, I suspect he is nothing of the sort. I suspect that what we have here is nothing more than a common thief. You say you're a priest. I demand you prove yourself to me. Recite the Paternoster. Go on. That is not the Paternoster! You dare kneel in front of me and proclaim the holy words of the prayer to Our Lady, the Mother of God, to cover your sins. You are no priest. Tell the truth, are you?
No.
This man has falsely profaned God's holy priesthood. To compound your crime of theft, you blacken the name of God's Holy Mother Church! It would have been better for you to admit your crime, to be punished by a secular court. For now, not only shall this man be punished by the king's courts, he shall also be punished for his lies here! This man shall be taken to the village stocks immediately following the trial, and the good bailiff shall administer a sound beating to remind him of his duties. Then a red-hot brand shall be taken, inscribed with the letter T, for thief, which is what you are. And the letter T shall be burned into his forehead, so that all good, innocent people may know to be wary of him and his lies. Get him out of my sight! Sheriff, I hope in the name of Holy Jesus that the next case is less vexatious.
Well, Your Grace, the next case, it's another land dispute, I'm afraid.
A land dispute, of course.
Of course.
Let me guess, someone has moved the boundary markers, the river changed course. I've heard it all before.
So, a local farmer claims that he woke up one day to find some monks from the local abbey on his land.
Your Grace.
I'm over here. Take your hat off when you're talking to me.
Apologies, Your Grace. Apologies.
Very well, very well. Tell your side of the story.
Alan, a rightful landowner, and nearly a week ago, I woke up to find a rabble of monks tending my farm that I've owned for at least 4 generations. My father, my father's father, my father's father's father, and my father's 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 father owned this land, and we've been tending for it this whole time.
This is a very serious accusation you level, that a house of God should steal your land.
It's rightfully mine. In fact,
Was this the local prior?
It was, Your Grace.
Do we have the prior here to answer?
Prior is here.
Bring him in. Brother Prior?
I don't know why we're here.
Well, you're here because this man says you've stolen his land.
You did.
This
Had your chance.
is not his land. Okay?
Don't turn your back on me! Get over there!
Sorry, Your Grace.
You may think that your holy habit preserves your dignity, but you will do as you're told in here in this visitational court. Now tell me, why is this man in error?
You see, this is the prior's land, and we have
Silence you. The prior claims that this land belongs to his abbey.
Yes, I have witnesses to this land.
You have witnesses?
I bring forth
Oh,
witnesses.
you have, bring forth the witnesses.
Richard and Godwin, come forth. Come on, Godwin, don't be scared.
You again!
Oh, what's the thing?
Take your hat off when you're in the house of God! Get in front of me! You dare bring these criminals in front of me as witnesses?
They do.
These
What did
two
you do?
men, these witnesses of yours, are violent thugs who have spent the most holy day of the Christian calendar playing football!
You idiots!
Now, you seek to bring them here as your proof.
Apologies, Your Grace. I did not realise.
The prior says he has a charter. Does this charter show your clear ownership of the land?
Yes, of course, Your Grace.
Is it signed and witnessed?
Yes, of course.
Grace,
Silence.
Grace, I have seen this charter. It is in storage at his Mother Abbey of Fountains. It does seem to be witnessed. It does seem to be.
You see?
It does look rather new, though, Your Grace.
Rather than you. You suspect this charter of being forgery?
I couldn't prove it, Your Grace.
Surely it is.
Shut up! A charter of dubious authenticity against the word of a gang of criminals. Prior, step forward.
Yes, Your Grace.
Your charter is somewhat interesting. How long do you say this land has been in your prior's possession?
I would say for the last century.
Lies!
Come forward.
This has been in my land.
Do you have a charter?
I do not have a charter.
Then you can't prove it, can you?
The whole village can attest.
I do not care if every man you have ever met in your life comes and swears that this land is yours. The prior has a charter. I agree it's ridiculous. But until people like you learn to trust legal documents,
People like me.
shut up when I'm talking. Until people like you learn to trust the law, to have their legal documents written and witnessed and signed in charters.
I cannot write.
See, Your Grace.
Shut up! Then you go to Holy Mother Church. We will preserve and protect your rights for a nominal fee. We will protect you from those who would take your land. But you didn't do it! No, you relied upon the word of scoundrels and rogues. There is nothing I can do for you. The land belongs to the Priory. Case dismissed. Prior, come here. I'm not happy, Prior. I'm very not happy.
What do you mean, Your Grace?
I know what you did, is what I'm saying. I am no fool. Do you think this simpleton?
No, Your Grace, I would never think that.
I expect the tithe payments from your priory to my diocese to be ample this year. I expect that when your priory is assessed, you to have had a very profitable year. Do you understand me?
Of course, Your
Then
Grace.
get out!
Yes, yes, Your Grace.
What do we have next?
I'm afraid our next case is a very serious case, Your Grace. A member of your household, a chaplain, has been accused of murdering a local man in a drunken brawl.
Murder!
Murder. A man who belongs to the household of a local lord.
Bring forth the accused, bailiff. This is very serious indeed. Yeah, this is Yes, you may well have claimed benefit of clergy. Now you'll receive the benefit of it. Tell me, Osbert, Tell me in your own words what happened.
What happened?
You stand here accused of the murder of another man.
Oh, I murdered. I fucking murdered. I don't know why they think I've been murdered.
Silence. Under Sheriff. What is the accusation?
The chaplain here, he stands accused of murdering.
He murdered a man under my protection.
In a brawl in a tavern.
Here, take this, before I use it.
Ah. Sir Roland.
Yes, Your Grace.
I trust that you at least can shed some light on what has happened here.
Yes, I can, Your Grace. He killed a man.
You say it was in a tavern.
I believe it was, yes. I was not present myself.
Very well. Give me your side of the story, Sir Roland. Tell me what has happened.
From what I understand, he killed your servant, Reginald. My favourite servant.
You stand accused of murder, Osbert. What do you have to say for yourself?
I have no memory of the Reginald.
No
Yes,
memory, you say?
Reginald.
Where were you on the night in question?
I don't know.
You do not know.
I'm really sorry. I'm not sure.
You have no memory at all of this night when you are accused of having been drunkenly murderous.
I remember attending sex yesterday, I think. No. Wouldn't be.
You are accused of a drunken murder, and your only defence is that you were too drunk to know where you were or what you were doing!
Yes,
This is not the first time you have been found drunken, is it?
to my knowledge, yes. It is the second, I think. Maybe. I'm very sorry.
Sir Roland,
Yes, Your Grace.
there seems to be little doubt this man in a drunken fervour has been something to do with this matter.
Perhaps a little more than something, Your Grace.
Yes, I think it very probable that he has in fact murdered the servant.
Yes.
However, this man is a member of my household. This must be dealt with as an internal church matter. I shall inform you when the matter has been investigated and he
Your
is...
Grace, I'm sorry, this is not good enough.
Not good enough? This is my court. This man is a member of my household.
And he killed a man.
I am very well aware of the probability of that. However, he is still entitled to be tried as a member of the church.
And what, get a slap on the wrist? Nothing? That is not justice.
What would you suggest? That I hand him over to your court? That he be blinded or mutilated or killed?
Perhaps I suggest something fair, then, Your Grace. Perhaps I suggest a trial by combat.
You demand the right of trial by combat?
I do.
Shut up! You have gotten me into a lot of trouble here. A lot of trouble. I have to stand up for you now. Realize that. You are my man. What you do reflects upon me and upon Holy Mother Church. Sir Roland has demanded the trial by combat. Very well. My household shall be armed in like number to yours, Sir Roland. We shall meet each other on the square outside, and we shall do honourable combat to determine the innocence or the guilt of this man. Is that acceptable to you?
I accept your terms, my lord, Your Grace.
Bailiff, take this man from out of here. Make sure he does not leave the area. Make sure he is confined to his cell. And for God's sake, keep him out of my sight. Court adjourned!